Okay, for part two of this season's facial hair striptease, I promised you an Abe Lincoln beard, and I delivered. Or at least maybe a Brigham Young beard, or a John Brown beard, or anyway, some kind of an Old Testament looking beard. I guess. I mean, the image in my mind is that they had beards without mustaches back in the old pictures of people from the Bible. And I think also that, yeah, I think the old statues of people from ancient Greece, like Socrates, I'd have to check that, but I'm not going to do it now. Anyway, my sense is that they also had beards without mustaches. And there are reasons for that, and there are reasons against it. I mean, with a mustache, you don't have to shave your upper lip all the time, which is the place that gets cut most easily and is most sensitive. And it's a real pain shaving your upper lip. And, I cut myself this morning cleaning up this one. Actually, the mustache has been gone for 2 weeks now. It's been that long. I shaved it off to celebrate Lincoln's birthday, which was on the 12th of February. And now it's the 23rd. The day before the Oscars, if I remember right. But anyway, so it was nice going almost 3 months, not having to cut my face up every morning or every other morning or whatever. And ever since the mustache came off, of course, I got to do that again. And it was the worst mustache I have ever had. That is, I could cut it off with the scissors and then with an electric razor down to a certain point. But that stuff down there was the worst stubble I've ever encountered, like sandpaper. It did not want to go. It's really hard getting it off. It's been hard keeping it off. Anyway. What else to say? I think people at work didn't get the point that this was for Lincoln's birthday and the whole President's Day period and so on. I think instead they probably thought, oh my God, he's converted to Islam and become a jihadist terrorist. But of course they wouldn't say anything because this is California and you don't communicate, you don't talk to people unless it's, behind other people's back. And so who knows what they've been saying. But it'll soon be gone. After a brief phase where I keep the sideburns to kind of look, early to mid-19th century romantic. And I've got the early to mid-19th century romantic hair also, kind of longer than it's been in a long time. I actually did that thinking I might get called back to do John Wilkes Booth again. That is 2 years in the past, 2 years in a row in the past, I got to play John Wilkes Booth in a staged reading that a local theater company does of Our American Cousin, the play that Abraham Lincoln was watching at Ford's Theater when he was assassinated by John Wilkes Booth. Which is, it's not a deep play, but it is a cute, funny play, and it sort of revolves around, it was a play written and first produced in England, and kind of stereotypes Americans massively as these kind of backcountry hicks, except the backcountry hick in the play actually winds up proving himself to be smarter and also sort of a fundamentally decent person, more decent person than a lot of the British he winds up tricking and manipulating into a happy ending. It's a cute little play. But anyway, that's what Lincoln was watching, and then partway through the second act, the shot rang out, and then Um, John Wilkes Booth, who I guess jumped off the mezzanine or second story balcony, and then got his spurs, one of his spurs, caught in the bunting that was draped around the theater. Anyway, wound up falling in such a way to the ground level below that he broke his leg, and then he kind of staggered across the stage and stopped and screamed, "Sic semper tyrannis, thus always with tyrants." And then he tried to escape, and he got somewhere, and they caught him, and they shot him, I guess, as I recall. Anyway, yeah, I twice got to play John Wilkes Booth, and the last time I did, I'd gotten a haircut shortly before, so it was hard to put in the foppish forehead curls that, early to mid-19th century romantic period fops had, like the musicians and painters in Paris at the time and so on, which John Wilkes Booth had. So anyway, I'd grown my hair longer in case that happened, because it seemed like, well, with the movie Lincoln coming out and a mini-series on Lincoln's killers coming out and so on, this was a good time to bring back the stage greeting of Our American Cousin. But it either didn't happen, or it did happen, but they didn't ask for me, and they never told me. So anyway, pretty soon I can get rid of this hair also and be back to normal. And that'll be nice. Let's see, this, because it is kind of a John Brown beard, this production is especially for Gramps down in Houston. Eat your heart out, Gramps. You'll never, never, never have a beard as imposing as this one. And to increase the John Brown effect, I'm going to fluff it out. Which again, I think guys back in the 1800s, in the long period of years of facial hair, actually worked to fluff it out and make it more imposing rather than to restrain. At present, it's kind of restrained. I can try to restrain it more just to magnify the effect. Ow. Doesn't like that. Okay, there's the beard restrained, but here's the beard. Here's the John Brown beard, the wild, crazy Old Testament prophet beard. Fluffed out. To make this weird spade-shaped cloud of hair around the bottom of my face. Oh, there's one other thing that was kind of interesting. I've always done the facial hair striptease, taking off the side pieces, leaving the mustache and goatee area, then taking out the goatee area, just leaving the mustache. So like I said before, this time I'm doing it in reverse. And I discovered something interesting, which was that the mustache, a bushy mustache alone actually hides your face and changes it more than the whole rest of the thing. So, normally I'll grow a beard till I don't even recognize myself anymore, and then take it off in pieces, and I still don't recognize myself until it's all gone, especially the mustache. Anyway, this time I took the mustache off, and I could recognize myself again. It's like, hey, my face is back. It just has this weird bushy growth all over the bottom of it, but still, the face is there. And I think my explanation for that, and I suspect that cognitive psychologists would agree, is that probably the human brain is wired for really intensely focusing on the area between just above the eyes and just below the mouth. And also, again, focusing on the area, not the side of the head, not the ears so much, but the eyes, the mouth, the nose, the expressive areas of the face. And yeah, I mean, you see the forehead, you see the hairline, you see the chin, and so on somewhat, but mostly you're focusing in here. And so yeah, getting rid of the mustache kind of already gave me my face back, so it's not going to be as big a thrill to get it back as usual. But anyway, to add to the John Brown effect, I'll also do the crazy John Brown hair again. This is for you, Gramps. in American history textbooks, more than one of them, I think there's sometimes a picture of John Brown included, looking kind of crazy and like an Old Testament prophet, maybe pointing upward toward heaven like, "Rah!" like that. So anyway, yeah, there's John Brown hair, "Rah!" And there's the John Brown beard. It will be gone, I think, as of tomorrow morning. So I'm seeing a friend I haven't seen for a while, going to give him the pleasure of making fun of it this evening, but after that, it'll be gone, just some sideburns, and they're probably going to look pretty ugly, so they'll be gone pretty quickly too. And then I will be back to normal, and then I'll get rid of this hair, and then I'll be back to normal, and also I think finally the weather is going to warm up out here and not keep going back toward freezing or the 40s, and then it'll be bicycling season again, and it'll be good to be rid of the beard and all this hair, because when you're sweating a lot, it's not great having a beard and all this hair. So anyway, that's chapter 2 of Facial Hair Striptease 2013. And see you next time with some ridiculous looking romantic era sideburns. Bye, Grams. I hope you enjoyed this, but if you didn't, hey, tough luck. Actually, I should do a close-up on the beard, I suppose, since the whole thing is about the beard, right? Anyway, there's the Old Testament beard with no mustache and with shaving scars from taking out the mustache. Let's see, how long is it? Probably about an inch, I guess. Where's my real face? Yeah, it's in there somewhere. I'll find it again tomorrow. Okay, that's the end.